y'all. Okay, so today I wanted to do a video on working with Archangel Michael. It was a request. So I'm going to show you how I work with Archangel Michael and why it's more of a privilege. Sorry, y'all, these lights. Because to work with any Archangel, it's a privilege. Because a long time ago, if y'all remember, like during the Bible days and all that, people would call it a miracle to be guided or to be visited by an angel, an archangel. And it was like, you know, this divine thing. But, and it was very rare. So, you know, later on as time progressed and esoterics and occult knowledge increased, there are now ways that you can actually call upon the angels or the archangels and work with them. Okay, and a lot of people, you know, they don't know too much about archangels. And if y'all need a book, I have this book, and this is the one I've read. I have a lot of books on archangels, but this is a really good one. It's called Working with Archangels, A Path to Transformation and Power, and it's by Cologne, and it goes into the occult knowledge and the esoteric knowledge about angels. It's not any of that, you know, frou-frou stuff. So it will tell you like the correspondence of each angel, their, you know, their planets, stones and all that kind of good stuff. This goes through all the archangels, but this is a good book because it gives you the esoteric knowledge. In this book, which is the Magician's Tables, a complete book of correspondences, this has all the angels, gods, deities, and all whatever, anything you can imagine. I mean, this is a great book to have, but it tells you all the things you need to know about working with these archangels as well. So this is by Alan Richardson, if y'all want to know. I also have this giant angel book, and it's a really nice book. It has lots of symbols in it. It has like angel writing, their tools, their colors, and so it goes through a lot of them. As you can see, the ethers, and you know, if y'all don't know what these are, it's like the ethers, and the formulas to that. So you have the angel alphabet, so you can make sigils, because sigils are actually, you know, the signs that call and summon the archangels. So if you have an archangel sigil, it is easy to make contact with the angel. So you can find his sigil and just write on a paper, or you can carve it into a candle when you're working with him. I have his sigil right here on my talisman, and that's how I work with him. And you need an archangel candle. They have these, like I've gotten this one in the 99 cents only stores. I know they have them in Botanicas. And also cinnamon is he likes cinnamon, so if you want to work with Archangel, and it's also for protection. One of his stones is hematite, so if you have hematite, he has other types of stones too, but y'all can look those up. But this is the ones that I use because you know, that's just what I'm used to and what I have. But also, like any like red stone, like ruby, is fine as well. I also have a ruby for him. So I'm trying to find something in my book of shadows. Hold on. Goodness. Where'd it go? Anyway. So also he has an oil and a cologne that you can also buy from the Botanica. This one is the St. Michael oil, and it's red, as you can see. And don't get this on your clothes because it will stain. And also they have the Archangel Michael cologne that you can also use as a spray. So if you are like cleansing your house, if you have negative energies in your house, if you're like wanting protection, get you some of this and put in a spray bottle with you know, any type of other protection herbs and whatever you want to mix in there. This will also help Michael to protect whatever you're spraying, you know, and banish any kind of negativity that's there. So you want to get this. This wasn't very expensive at all. It's the same price as like Florida water, if y'all know that price. And then like I think I've showed y'all this before. This was actually a gift from Oceana December, and it is a sort of like a Archangel Michael fetish bottle, and it has his, you know, the feathers up there, and then the little prayer card on there. And you know, this is kind of nice to have on your altar as well if you're going to build an altar to him. All he wants is just, you know, it doesn't have to be extravagant. You know, the colors are gold, red, and you know, so you can build one like that with those colors and just put things on it that he's associated with. Like his fruit is orange, his day is Sunday, his colors are red and gold. He's also known, like the Egyptian correspondence to Archangel Michael would be Ra. So you can put the Eye of Ra on there, or you know, the god Ra as well on the altar. So let's see. I'm just going to tell y'all the correspondence of Archangel Michael. I think I did in the last video, but and I kind of just went over them with all his, you know, things that he likes. But his days are Sunday and Thursday. Do not work with him on a Saturday. That's the worst day to work with Archangel Michael. If you're doing work that's similar to his work, which is like battling evil or protection, or you know, something like that, he will work with you faster because you're actually, you know, helping him, because that's his job. So if you want to like ask Archangel Michael to work with you right before you go to sleep at night, you have to do this right before you go to sleep at night and early in the morning, before you kind of wake up, like while you're still in bed. You have to call him, ask him, like, Archangel Michael, I want to work with you. Archangel Michael, I need your protection. Archangel Michael, you know, say it until you get something, a symbol. You'll start to see symbols. You'll start to see things happening that relate to Archangel Michael to let you know that he's listening and he's going to work with you. And then eventually you'll probably have some sort of dream or astral travel, and you will get to sort of interact with Archangel Michael. Now the thing about this is, the weird thing about Archangel Michael, let me tell y'all, if you want to meet him on the astral realm, you have to give him a face. Because now, and this is where a lot of people get confused. You have to give him a face. Like however you're used to seeing Archangel Michael is how you're going to see him in the astral realm. He's going to be how you imagine him. He's not going to be like, if you don't think Archangel Michael looks like this, he's not going to look like this. He's going to look like what you think he looks like, or what you want him to look like. And it is said that Archangel Michael is masculine and feminine. So he's not going to be overly masculine. So, yeah. So his herbs are any spicy hot herbs, cinnamon, you know, stuff like that. His oils are cinnamon, rose oil, or patchouli. His stones are ruby, garnet, malachite, and hematite. And there's a few more, but I'm just giving y'all a few. His tarot is strength. And so, you know, his feast day is September 29th. It just passed. But a lot of things with Archangel Michael, it's really easy to work with him. All you got to do is just be doing work similar to him. Ask him for protection. Call him. You know, there's a certain hour for certain angels that you can actually call on them, and they will be more responsive. And it's in this magician's table, but I have to look it up. And I did not mark the spot before I started this video. So, but it is, let me pause it and I'll find it and I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, so I found it. So, if you want to work with Archangel Michael or call on him or do any type of ritual or invocation, you can look that invocation up online. There are many, but most of them are the same. But the hours that you want to do it, and you want to do it on Sunday because that's his day. The first hour of the day on Sunday is Michael's time. So do it like this is during the day. So that's like 1 p.m. Okay. And then at 8 o'clock as well. So there's 2 times a day that you can actually work with Michael and be very successful. But this is just, you know, you can do it anytime. I'm just giving y'all the correspondence that, you know, is written according to the angelic realm. Now, also, y'all know that Michael battles demons and gets rid of lower entities. So there are also in this book, there are all the different types of demons, what they're for, blah 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 blah, what they're used for, like if somebody summons one, their rankings, their names. It says they even have what is it called? The archdemons of hell. So like y'all really, if y'all are like into this, y'all can get this book because it has so much good information in it. Because y'all know how like some people, you know, cast spells or summon demons and all that kind of stuff, and they put them against you. Well, if you work with Michael, none of that can harm you or touch you. And also you can get rid of them. So that's why a lot of people walk around, you know, people throwing magic and stuff at them and nothing happens to them because they're already protected. So it's important to protect yourself before, you know, you try to work with anything or summon anything, especially if you don't really know what you're doing or you don't feel like you have enough protection. Michael is always, you know, the number one you should call on, or you should invoke, or you should use for any type of protection. Because if y'all remember in the story of Solomon, the King Solomon, Michael gave him a ring to command and control all demons. So he does have that power, and it's a magical power. So if you're going to work with magic, you need to use Archangel Michael as your protector. And also he's a teaching angel, so he can teach you as well. Like he will send you signs, he will send you visions, knowledge, dreams, and you'll just wake up with like epiphanies, and you're like, oh my God, that's what that means. Da, da, da. So while you're working with him, you'll also be learning with him. He will be teaching you and showing you things, leading you to things, showing you this, and that. And it gets easier and easier, and then all of a sudden it's like a very spiritual relationship. So I suggest that, you know, you do your research and you read up on him, and you get to know, you know, things about him, which gods and goddesses also are a form of Archangel Michael, because there are some. And in all the pantheons, like Apollo, Horus, Ogoun, lots of different pantheons will have their version or their deity that is very similar to Archangel Michael. So if you pair these deities, you know, and work with the deities as well as Archangel Michael, you'll have that extra added, you know, protection as well, because they also work with that same energy. So this is a really good book to have if you're doing any type of occult work, spiritual work, I got this at a used bookstore because I'm sure this book cost a lot of money, but I didn't pay too much for it. I forgot where I got this at, but it was used. But it's a good book. Okay, so they also have Archangel Michael incense, so you can also burn that to him. If you don't have any of this, if you can't get any of this stuff, like I said, cinnamon oil, patchouli oil is fine. You can carve his sigil into a candle if you don't have an Archangel Michael candle, and his colors are red and gold, and you can work with him that way. And Archangel Michael pendants, especially the Catholic kind, if you can't get a sigil, they're super cheap. They're like 95 cents at any like Catholic store or a little church store or something like that, or you can order it online. Sorry y'all, I was cut off, but I came back downstairs. But I also have these Archangel Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. They're really good if you need to communicate with Archangel Michael and you prefer Oracle. So these are some of the cards, and as you can see, they're depicted all sorts of ways how the Archangel Michael is depicted in many cultures. So these are really good. I like them. I use these a lot for oracle readings as well. And also, I pulled up another website that had a lot more information that I want to share with y'all. So Archangel Michael is also one of the angels of death. So if you have like someone, or if it's hard for you to get over someone who's passed away, you can ask Archangel Michael to help you and make sure that they made it to the other side okay. If there's like a human that might be lingering, like a ghost or something, or a spirit that, you know, is lost and can't get to the other side, or blah 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 blah, you can call on Archangel Michael to help escort them over. Also, he okay, yeah, so he's one of the angels of death. And so when you're working with spirits, you're working or trying to get rid of spirits or negative energy, you need to call on Michael, because he will help you. Also, any type of hauntings or ghosts or demons or all that kind of good stuff, he's like, that's the one, right? He's like a battle angel, and that's what he does. He battles, you know, lower entities, demons and negative spirits, and he ushers the lost soul, or the past, the deceased's soul to the other side. You know, because not all spirits are negative or bad. They just lost, or they don't want to go, or, you know, blah 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 blah. So you gotta use, you know, someone to help them get there. So yep, that's pretty much all that I have to give you right now on Archangel Michael. And if you decide to work with him, you'll feel so much more protected. Like, you won't even worry about anything anymore, because those of you who do work with Archangel Michael, you already know there's nothing that can even touch you. Like, no one can touch you. No one. Nothing can touch you, because especially if you have a working spiritual relationship with him, have an altar and all that kind of stuff with Archangel Michael, and you have worked with him for a while, you already know it's just taken care of. And I wear my sigil, and I used to have a gold necklace with his pendant on it, and yeah, so I've always been protected. I have stuff in my car that's, you know, Archangel Michael related, to protect me when I drive. And so it's always good to have that extra protection, you know, even if it's just, you know, a subconscious thing. You don't worry, you don't fear, so you're not attracting things to fear or worry about, because you know you're protected. So I know a lot of people will be like, you know, you work with angels, but you're into darkness. That's nothing to do with one another. I mean, the ethers are you know, is the darkness, you know, ethereal beings. I mean, if you're gonna get into magic and knowledge, you have to be able to relate everything to everything. which everything does connect. So if you're going to work with an angelic or an ethereal being, which is of the ethers, of other dimensions, places that you can't see, then, you know, that's the same thing, you know. A lot of people get confused with words. That's why symbols are so important, because you can't confuse a symbol or a sigil, you know. Like, education, you know, in magic and occult knowledge is very important if you're going to work with anything like angelic, ethereal, demonic, all that. You got to learn about it first. You can't just dive into it and just say, okay, this looks fun and interesting and cool. Because if you're not protected properly with the right team, I call them a team, of, you know, deities, angels, knowledge, because you're your own team as well, then, you know, that's your own fault. So, like I said, if you're, and a lot of people will tell you that, you know, if you're going to work with any angel, Archangel is the best one to work with, because he basically will protect and cover you. So, and also, like, if you look up your birth angel online, mine is actually Archangel Michael already, but a lot of people's birth angel is different. You just, there's like a website you can type in your birthday, and it will tell you who your birth angel is according to the day you were born on. So like, I was born on a Sunday, so of course that day being Archangel Michael's day, that's my birth angel. Now they have zodiac angels, which are different. So you have to get your birth angel because it's according to the day of the week you were born on. Okay. So, that being said, I hope y'all have learned something, or if y'all want to work with Archangel Michael, that you're more understanding and this makes it a little bit easier. So I think I'm going to end the video here. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all later.